Okay, Star Wars fans, I'm back. It's the day after Christmas. Before I start this video out, I would just like to say thank you to everyone out there on YouTube who's given me warm Christmas greetings and warm Christmas cheer the past couple of days. You've really encouraged me to do more videos, so I'm going to start today off with doing one of the special action figure sets exclusive to Target. These are in the old school Kenner packaging. Kenner used to do these in the early 80s. They're exclusive to Target now. They're on the third wave of these. The first wave was before the Christmas of 2010. You actually got three packs together in a huge 9-pack. I skipped out on that. The next wave I actually got, and I reviewed one of them for you. They were the Hoth Rebels, and this is the third wave. I've got the Imperial set. Here's the rest of the wave on back. The Imperial set on the top. Here's the Imperial Forces one. And on the bottom I have the Android set. By the way, this 3PO and R2 are the same 3PO and R2 that were in the Resurgence of the Jedi Battle Pack in the Legacy Collection. This one's been elusive on me. I would like to get all three and just do an unopened video of them all together, if I can find that one. I'm going to start out here with the Imperial Commander. He's a generic Imperial. They haven't made a generic Imperial officer in a long time. In fact, when Kenner did this, he was in the black tunic, and they basically had two face sculpts. One was somewhat skinny, and one was kind of a fat face. You kind of had to use your imagination and pretend like one was Piet and one was Veers. But I know they've made a bunch of Imperial officers since the OTC collection and up. In fact, I have one here. I have General Veers right here. You can compare. This one's much less articulate, but to me he looks a little bit more realistic because he doesn't have all the visible joints. The newer one has. The newer Imperial officers basically have been a hodgepodge of the Legacy Collection Wave 6, Captain Nita, and the 30th Anniversary Imperial Commander. They basically used part sharing between those two to make most current Imperial officers. He's a bit tall for me, but significantly taller than the Saga Collection and back Imperial officers, but I guess you're going to have that trade-off for better articulation. In fact, I'll read his articulation off to you. First off, he has a removable hat. And he has the standard E11 blaster, 99% of Imperials come with. He has no holster for his gun. I wish he did, but he doesn't. I'll read his articulation off to you for you. He's got a ball and jointed neck, ball hinge shoulders, ball hinge elbows, swivel wrists, swivel waist, swivel hips, although the tunic makes articulation with the hips rather difficult. He's also got ball hinge knees and ankles. So, and to me, as I said, you know, he does look a lot like Piet, but I would love to have it at Captain and Admiral Piet on cardback, on a vintage style cardback. That would be awesome. I guess you can use this guy for army building. His rank insignia is also removable, so you can change rank on him, which is somewhat cool. Moving on, I've got the first character from the vintage collection, VC1. I've got Danger, the bounty hunter. Let me change the page. He's right here. I showed you the older Danger yesterday when I showed you a bunch of the Power of the Force 2 figures unopened. I think the last time they did Danger, it was with the OTC collection in 2004, if I'm not mistaken. This one's vastly improved. He comes with a lot of equipment, actually. To start off with here, I'll read off his articulation for you. Let's see, he's got a ball-jointed neck, ball-hinge shoulders, swivel forearm, a double ball-jointed torso, swivel hips, ball-hinge knees and ankles. His weapons, he comes with a Blastech JL9E concussion rifle and a blaster pistol with a survival backpack and a working holster and a removable belt. So he comes with a lot of stuff. Here's the backpack. His standard blaster. Working holster here. The belt is removable. Let me take the blaster out. Put it right here. It's kind of down on his leg. Here. There you go. And this is removable. It's a good figure overall. I miss getting this guy on cardback, but I still see him in stores. I might pick him up on cardback if I can get him on a sale. He's also got massive head bandages from a former bounty hunter experience that went wrong. Here's this rifle. I think it's made by the same company that makes the Stormtrooper rifles in the expanded universe. This is a pretty good figure. I'm going to give him at least a 9 overall. The Imperial officer will probably give him an 8 to an 8.25. Moving on to another repack, Wave 12 of the Legacy Collection. I've got the AT-AT Driver. A lot of you missed this guy during the Legacy Collection. Here's another chance to pick him up with an Imperial officer. I will read his articulation off to you. Starting off with, he has a standard E11 blaster. There's no holster for his gun. This helmet is removable. As I've told you before, the AT-AT Driver shares the uniform with the Imperial TIE Fighter pilot. In fact, they had to repaint the helmets and everything for Episode 5. So the two figures have always shared a common mold with each other, a very similar mold. I will read his articulation off to you. Let's see. He's got a ball jointed neck, ball hinge shoulders, ball hinge elbows, swivel forearms, a ball hinge torso, swivel hips, ball hinge knees and ankles. There you go. And he does go with the general fears I just showed you, or the generic AT-AT Commander that was also with Wave 1 of the Vintage Collection, excuse me. But yeah, he also goes with Tamara Morrison's face. I'm somewhat sick of that with all Imperials. I like Tamara Morrison as an actor, but please. Anyway, this is a rather good pack. I got it for $21.99 here in the Anchorage Target. And I'm assuming the lower 48 prices are either the same or slightly cheaper. So overall, I'm going to give this pack an 8.5 because each figure is about $7 and change overall. So, you know, that's not a bad price because a carded figure is around 10. And even a Saga Legends figure is around 8 or $8.99. So 8.5 overall because of value on this pack. Any nostalgic collectors who remember these from the 80s, I would definitely pick this up for nostalgic sake. Any beginner of collectors, I would pick these up simply to have, you know, a bunch of figures you wouldn't have originally. And this is definitely on my recommend list. I hope to see more of these from Target soon. In the meantime, this is Supreme signing out, and as always, thank you for tuning in.